horror! When you think of the word scary, what's the first thing that comes to mind? A ghost? A haunted house? A mysterious disappearance? If you answered yes to all of the above, then Luigi's Mansion is the game for you. Luigi's Mansion, released in 2001 by Nintendo, was a launch title for the GameCube, as well as the first mainline entry of the Mario franchise to star Luigi as the main character. Well, not including the educational games. We don't talk about them. With that said, we still have a review to do, so let's get right into it. So here's the deal. Luigi wins this mansion in a competition, except he didn't actually sign up for anything. So, Mario, being the upstanding guy he is, goes and checks out the place for his bro. In the end, though, he gets captured by the evil King Boo and his ghostly minions. Luigi then traverses the mansion on his lonesome until he meets up with Professor Egad, a kind of crackpot professor who's been researching this mansion for over 20 years. Egad suits Luigi up with the Poltergust 3000, a modified vacuum created to suck up ghosts and other entities of the sort, as well as the Game Boo Color, a modified Game Boy Color that can track down ghosts and provides a camera and a mini-map. After Luigi gets suited up and becomes the 5th Ghostbuster, it becomes his duty to ward off all the otherworldly foes and save his brother. Much like any other Mario game, it follows the same formula that they used since the 80s, except you don't have to save Peach this time, but rather Mario. Overall, the story gets a 5. Gameplay was basically designed for the GameCube controller. I mean, what do you think it was going to be designed for? N64? You need like 3 hands to hold that thing. But I digress. The A button, instead of a jump, is used to call out for Mario, making it the most useless action in the game. I mean, it also opens doors and examines items, but whatever. The B button turns your flashlight on and off. X puts you in a first-person view that allows you to examine more thoroughly, and if used on a mirror, sends you back to the foyer. Y pulls up a map on your Game Boo. That's basically it. It shows you rooms that you've entered and rooms that are locked. Simple as that. The L and R buttons are the real star of the show, though. They allow you to use the Poltergust to suck up some ghosts, as well as using elemental powers such as fire, water, and ice. And considering that they are analog triggers, it feels super smooth. Like, you have levels of, like, suckage with this thing, because the controller is just so good. Whatever. Z opens up your inventory. Not important. I've never used it. Everything else does what you expect them to do. All I can say is it runs smooth. Another 5. For a 6th generation launch title, this game looks phenomenal, even today. Luigi's animations are fluid and very expressive, even for the time. It has a lot of fancy graphical effects and tons of particles. Sure, it doesn't have something like a fancy, realistic water and high-definition mushrooms. Looking at you, Skyrim. But it still looks good despite being nearly 20 years old. Once again, another 5. The music of Luigi's Mansion was composed by Kazumi Totaka, creator of Totaka's Song and namesake of KK Slider, of Animal Crossing fame. The soundtrack utilizes a lot of classical instruments, such as violins, pianos, etc., while also combining them with square wave synths. This can be seen especially in the Ghost Battle themes and the First Floor theme. And since it's a CD game, it has crisp audio and sounds. You guessed it, another 5. And now, for the moment that you've all been waiting for. When totaled, Luigi's Mansion tallies up to... I mean, do I gotta spell it out for you? It's kind of obvious. 10 out of 10! Yes, 10 out of 10. Again, for like the 38 quintillionth time in a row. If you haven't noticed, I only review good games. That can change. I can play bad games. I've played bad games. You guys remember the 1942 stream? The 1942 stream. I hate the 1942 stream, whatever. So yeah, Luigi's Mansion. Personally, since I was born in 2004, I kind of missed out on all the hype that the GameCube was, and I grew up with the Wii instead. But I have a cousin who grew up around the same time as the GameCube's release, if not like a year or so later. And like he plays that game, and he has it, and he's like played it to death. So I have some good experiences with that game because of him. Cool dude, has a YouTube channel. I could link in the description. Go check him out. He makes train videos. But yeah, that was the Luigi's Mansion review. As of current, I honestly don't have any plans of what to do for the final episode this month. So I'll try to figure out something this Wednesday. Oh, no, not this Wednesday, next Wednesday. You'll see. But until then, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell notification, all that good stuff, and I will see you next time.